Hey there. I'm well into the day. I changed up everything today. I had a really my second rough night, rough evening in a row, maybe the third one, where I could barely crawl to bed. And I realized I needed to change something. So I gave up my early morning good life meditation active thing that I do, going to Lawson convenience store by Kusanagi Station. I still got up at 4 a.m. because that's when I get up. But instead, I just hung out and watched some videos, did all my engagement stuff, which, I'm catching up all my social media comments, etc. But I didn't take a long walk. I'm hoping that'll provide me with a reserve of energy. That just carried into, I wasn't in this train of thought of making videos. So here I am. I've been well into the day. I've been working here in the living room. I'm just vacuuming right now. I'll continue doing that. I've been working also over here. I've been working so hard. I got so much done. Anyway, I want to share with you in a continuation of thought that I've shared over the last 2 days that is solidifying into a clearer perspective. I haven't quite been able to understand why I've begun to feel sad moving to Japan and retiring. Both of those things. But don't worry, this is not a permanent thing. This is like one of those transitional things that I think that I'll go through. And it relates to retirement. It relates to retirement, and one, ending my career, and two, moving out of the United States. Not particularly moving to Japan. It's not Japan's fault, although Japan as a context plays a part in this. Here's the thing. I'm real. It feels like having left a really good party to go sit on a beach. Like, imagine you're having a beach party. I've never been at a beach party like this, and maybe imagine like Laguna or something like that. You got the beach house full of activities that are going on. The party's raging, music, food, drinks, beautiful people, all the things, right? And in the midst of all that, you decide to, maybe alone or maybe with just one or two other people or just with your best friend, you go and sit on the sand. Now, going sitting on the sand, leaving the beach is going to be nice in its own way. That's coming to Japan, to me. But it's not the party. And I'm realizing now that I've left the party behind. The party being the literally, like, and I've described it before, Los Angeles in particular is like a mosh pit of energy and opportunity and activity. And it really is a vibrant place. Even if you live in the rut that I lived in of working the workaday life, a very hard job, still you're in the midst of it. I was in the midst, the heat and the energy, especially living in Orange County, which has just that OC vibe to it. The fine restaurants, even though I couldn't afford to go to dine at them most of the time, but rarely. Those restaurants, the atmosphere, the way the people looked and acted, and the optimism, which was, I know that a lot of people think that America was going through like a downgrade, but it wasn't my experience. My experience in Southern California and Orange County in particular was this vibrancy and energy, and like the world is a great place, and if we just work hard, we're gonna make life great, and when life is great. Japan isn't like that. Maybe Tokyo is, maybe other places, but a place like Shizuoka, and I knew this going in, I'd forgotten, is a very settled place. Life is. It's just hard stop. Life is. You live life as it is, and you are satisfied with the condition that you found. You've been satisfied with your lot for the most part, even if you have ambitions for otherwise. You're still satisfied with your lot, or at least you condition yourself to that. I've left the party behind. Now, like I said, this isn't something that's going to be permanent. I mean, already while I was thinking about this too, I was thinking, well, maybe there's ways I could go back. Well, one thing is I've got this house done and paid for. It's a good house. We've got the car done and paid for. The retirement is done and paid for. We're in good shape. And We could, in fact, if we wanted to, go back and enjoy life in America again as well on top of this, because this is basically this is easy. My property taxes are like $12 a month. So, I mean, I could go back and enjoy life there. Now, does this sound like waffling? Yeah. Is it waffling? Yeah, it is. It is. I am having second thoughts and doubts. Only less than 8 weeks in. So I don't trust such vacillations. Moments like this are just, spikes and blips on the radar. I don't see them I don't act on things. At 60 years old, I know better than to act or to even entertain such things. They're like, ooh, look at that blip on the radar. But it's interesting to note, and I know the cause. I know the reason is that I've left behind a wonderful party. And I think that party is going to continue to rage. And I kind of miss it. Well, that's okay. Because I am going to create a circumstance here, a permanent base of operation for my wife and I. This is going to be a great home in a great location, connections, and a wonderful country to live in, and a very good country to grow old and to die in. But I can go back if I want. I can go back and live there, rent a place, and stay if we want. Especially in a few years, after the dogs are gone, right? Yeah. All right, well, who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind by then. Anyway, back to cleaning. Back to making this house into a home. In the guest room, I cleaned up all in here, and I also organized all of the non-burnable items. I mean, that table's burnable, but we may keep it here. So we're going to take care of those in a more organized fashion. This mattress is going to go, of course, as well. And I did a deep cleaning, including the windows and down below. So it's looking good. I'm hard at work. Yumiko is taking her dad to another doctor's appointment today, so I'm on my own, at least for the morning. I'm going to get at it. It's a day of DIY, I think. Yeah. Okay, I had to stop along the road to make this addendum to the earlier one, the clip that I just made. In just a moment ago, for the video, I was speaking about how I was all of a sudden missing the United States, and particularly my life in the United States, which was a good and interesting life in Southern California, in Orange County in particular, working in technology, doing things that I think I'm good at, and enjoying all of that comes with that. So remember, this is a retirement video, so I'm sure that other retirees encountered the same thing. You leave, ostensibly at seemingly the top of your career, and you're suddenly left with nothing, seemingly nothing, right? And you have to kind of find something that fills that. A lot of us will strive to find things that are meaningful, volunteering, doing activities that contribute to an improved community, family activities, etc. I don't need to go down this road. You get the point. I forget sometimes that where I am here now is a fascinating place. And one of the reasons I came here was to enjoy that fascination. And it's not just like the shrines and the temples in Mount Fuji. It's everything about Japan that I love so much. And this is what snapped me out of it. I'm doing the dump run. Remember, ever since I've got back, I've been back for 7 weeks now from back in Japan. And ever since I got back, I have not really had any adventures. I did go out on that one time with Tatsuya, but that was different. That was not a solo adventure. Solo adventures are key for me. I haven't done it, not really once. And that was one of the things that I love so much about Japan is the solo adventuring. And I just had a mini solo adventure. I was driving back and forth on the dump run. This is my 7th trip to the dump. And coming back, the fuel light went on in the chimney. Oh, I needed gas. Well, I don't know exactly how far I've got once the fuel light goes on. So I decided I'm going to find the first gas station. I'm going to go to the first gas station I'll get to. And as I was driving back, I saw there was a station over to the left off of the track that I normally follow. So I made a turn, pulled in, and I had the best experience. It was one of these, not one of these modern stations. It was one of these old mom and pop stations run by a family. In this case, it was two very, very old women. And I'm an old guy, and these are old women, even from my perspective. And they were all dressed up in their outfits. The place looked time worn. It was like going into an old restaurant that where the chefs have been doing that for since the 50s or something like that, right? I mean, it just had that old timey diner feel. You can imagine an old time Japanese restaurant or a gas station. They came running out in the old style, because now it's a lot of self-serve stuff. You go to the gas station, now you're doing it yourself, just like in the States. Used to be in Japan, the tenants would run out and with a flurry of activity, one would wash the windows and pump the gas, and you tell them, regular, Genkin day, and I'm going to pay with cash, and they would do the rest. That's exactly what happened. I rolled the window down. I told her I wanted 3,000 yen worth of gas, because that's all the money that I've got. And she hopped to it, and another woman, he looked even older than her, showed up and started washing all the windows and engaging me in small talk about the weather, and we were done, and off I went. And then I'm not driving on the same route back. Suddenly I'm driving in a part of town I know, because I used to live here, but I haven't driven in for over a decade, and I'm trying to wind my way through the streets, having a lot of fun, and I realized, Kurt, that's what you came back for, is the adventure that Japan offers, that is very different from what America has to offer. And although that is not entail purpose and meaning necessarily, by extension, it can be used as a venue through which those purpose and meaning can be facilitated, because my purpose and meaning is defined within my creed. So I know what my purpose and my meaning are. It's just nice to have something interesting to do while living and endeavoring to fulfill that meaning. I can do it here. In fact, it'll be very interesting. In fact, as soon as I had that experience, I was like, oh yeah, this is why I came back. So that's enough for that. Time to get back to the house. See you.
Do I keep this above the window above the door? Window above the door? Yeah, the window above the door. I'll just close it. Window above the door? Door to the house. Oh, no, sorry. No, this is above the window over here.
Let me show you all the state of things so far. So the place is cleaning up nicely. I mean, we still have deep cleaning to go, but we're just basically taking care of everything, right? I mean, everything's kind of cleaned out. I'm working on the bathroom next, so I won't show you that for now. But come through. This is all gonna go. So never mind all of this. But this room is being used to store the stuff. I bet we can get rid of all of this in maybe another day and a half of trips to the dump, maybe 2 or 3 trips. This mattress is gonna go, have to have a professional come in and do that. Yumiko's deep cleaning the kitchen right now. I did a surface level cleaning, initial round. She's going through and doing all the deeper stuff. This refrigerator is going, so we're not touching that just yet. We have the refrigerator people are coming next week.
No, for Friday,
They're coming on Friday,
I think.
and they're gonna take the washing machine too.
Friday.
Yep. So I cleaned all of this, and it actually cleaned up nice. It's a nice sink. Looking
You
good.
did good.
Thank you.
I didn't know we had a white cabinet.
I scrubbed them hard. And the the cook top over here worked out pretty good. Yumiko's now got everything turned upside down and doing the deep cleaning on it. It's got the the hood and lights are good. I took off there was like a I don't know what was it called, tarp covering the window, and it really made it dark. And during the day, the light comes in nicely. Yumiko cleaned out all of the yakimono, all of the glassware, except a few items she decided to keep. We're going to keep this cabinet there. Yoko cleaned out our emergency storage room down there. That's where we'll put all our emergency stuff. This room, I cleaned all of this out. And we don't know what we're going to do with all this, these things right here. This carpet's the carpet that you see in the whole house is going to go. We haven't even begun to start on the backyard. That's that big thing I threw off the balcony. I mean, that's going to be, the backyard will be a whole other project for another day. This has all been cleaned out and gone. All the closets are cleaned out. Go take a quick look upstairs. One of the things that really makes me feel good about the place is how everything is so solid. You walk up the stairs, everything's just solid. Floor's in great shape. Master bedroom looks good. Yumiko decided we're not going to keep this bed after all. We're going to get a new one. That's all going to go. We'll probably keep this light. This has all been cleaned out. This dresser and bureau are all empty. My room, which I just love, is looking good, all cleaned up. I'm going to keep that fan. Might keep that TV. Certainly keeping this bureau and dresser. And Yumiko's room all cleaned out as well. All of this is probably going to go. Although she keeps this, what is that, a hutch? I think she's going to keep that. She has lots and lots of storage. Okay, so it was a long day. We did a lot of stuff today. I think the house is really coming along. And Yumiko made us a really nice dinner. Thank you, sweetie. I'm feeling a lot better since I didn't do the morning walk. So hopefully that helped out. And wearing the mask, I think it's really helping too. Let's eat, and then tomorrow's another day. All right, Ollie? Right? Say no. Itadakimasu. See ya.